In a quiet little corner of a bustling town, nestled among cozy houses and blooming gardens, lived a tiny kitten named Luna. Luna was quite a sight to behold. She had soft, snowy white fur, as pure as freshly fallen snow. But her beautiful white coat was dotted with little black spots, like tiny ink drops scattered by an artist's hand. To everyone else, she was adorable, unique, and utterly charming. But Luna didn't see it that way. In fact, she didn't like her spots at all. Every morning, as the sun peeked over the rooftops, Luna would find a sunny spot by the window, not to bask in its warmth, but to gaze at the other cats in the neighborhood. She'd watch Leo, the sleek, all-black cat, slink gracefully across the fence, his coat shimmering like polished obsidian. She'd admire Ginger, the fluffy orange tabby whose stripes were so perfectly aligned, like a tiny tiger. And then there was Snowball, a magnificent Persian cat whose long, flowing fur was a uniform, brilliant white, without a single mark. With each passing cat, Luna would let out a soft, sad sigh. She'd look down at her own spotted paws and whisper to herself, "Their fur is just so perfect. Leo is so elegant, Ginger is so vibrant, and Snowball is so majestic. Why do I have to be so different?" Her little heart would feel heavy, and she'd often try to hide her spots, curling up into a tight ball so only the white parts of her fur would show, or tucking herself away in shady corners where her black spots wouldn't be so noticeable. Her owner, a kind young girl named Lily, would often scoop her up and shower her with affection. "Oh, Luna," Lily would coo, "you're the most beautiful kitten in the whole world. Your spots are like little kisses." But Luna couldn't understand. To her, these kisses felt like flaws. She longed to be just one color, simple and elegant, like the other cats she so admired. She believed that if she didn't have her spots, she would finally be perfect, and perhaps even more loved. One evening, as twilight painted the sky in shades of purple and orange, Luna sat alone on the garden wall, feeling particularly down. The other kittens were playing, chasing fireflies and tumbling in the soft grass, their laughter echoing through the quiet street. But Luna didn't feel like playing. She was too busy comparing herself, her spotted coat a constant reminder of how she felt she didn't fit in. The joy of the evening was lost on her as she stared at her reflection in a small puddle, her spots seeming darker and more pronounced than ever. Just then, a gentle presence settled beside her. Luna looked up to see an old cat, one she had seen around but never spoken to. He was a handsome tomcat with wise green eyes that seemed to hold the stories of many years. His fur was a patchwork of gray and silver, and he moved with a slow, deliberate grace. He didn't say anything at first, just sat there with her, sharing the silence. After a few moments, he finally spoke, his voice a low, comforting rumble. "A lovely evening, isn't it?" Luna just shrugged, not taking her eyes off her reflection. The old cat noticed her somber expression. "Something troubles you, little one," he observed kindly. Luna hesitated, then poured out her heart. She told him all about her spots, how much she disliked them, how she wished she looked like the other cats, and how she felt plain and mismatched. The old cat listened patiently, his green eyes never leaving her face. When she finished, he didn't laugh or dismiss her feelings. Instead, he simply nodded and said, "Look up at the sky." Luna, a bit confused, tilted her head back. The sun had completely set now, and the world was cloaked in the deep, velvety darkness of night. Above them, the vast expanse of the night sky was beginning to awaken. One by one, tiny pinpricks of light started to appear, scattered across the dark canvas. "What do you see?" the old cat asked softly. "The sky," Luna answered simply. "It's dark. Keep looking," he urged gently. Luna kept watching as more and more lights appeared, growing brighter and more numerous until the entire sky was a breathtaking tapestry of glittering points. It was a sea of darkness, but it was made magnificent by the countless stars that shone within it. They twinkled and shimmered, each one a tiny beacon of light in the vast emptiness. The old cat leaned in, his voice a soft whisper that seemed to blend with the gentle night breeze. "Do you see? The dark sky is beautiful, isn't it? But would it be so beautiful without those bright spots? It's the stars that give the night its magic, its wonder. The darkness needs the stars to truly shine. Luna was mesmerized by the celestial display. She had seen the night sky before, of course, but she had never truly looked at it like this. She had never considered that the darkness was just as important as the light, that they worked together to create something beautiful. The old cat continued, his voice full of warmth. Your fur, he said, nudging her gently with his head, is like that night sky. Luna blinked and looked down at her own body. She saw her soft white fur, pure and bright. And then she saw her little black spots, scattered across her back and sides. For the first time, she didn't see them as mistakes or blemishes. She looked at her white fur. It was like the boundless, dark canvas of the sky. And her little black spots, they weren't just spots anymore. They were like tiny, twinkling stars sprinkled across her own personal galaxy. She imagined herself as a walking piece of the night sky, carrying her own constellations wherever she went. A slow smile spread across her face, the first genuine, happy smile she had worn in a very long time. It felt like a little sunbeam warming her from the inside out. She looked back up at the wise old cat, her eyes shining with newfound understanding. Maybe, she whispered, her voice filled with awe. Maybe my spots are my stars. The old cat gave her a warm, knowing smile and a gentle lick on the head before quietly padding away, his job done, leaving Luna alone with her thoughts and the star-filled sky. From that day forward, everything changed for Luna. She no longer hid in the shadows or wished for a different coat. When she woke up in the morning, she would stretch proudly in the sun, letting the light dance on her white fur and highlight her beautiful black spots. She started to see them not as flaws, but as her own unique features, her personal star chart. She joined the other kittens in their games, her spots bouncing and bobbing as she pounced and played. She realized that Leo's sleek black coat was his own kind of beauty, and Ginger's stripes were hers, but her spots were uniquely hers. They didn't make her less beautiful. They were the very thing that made her Luna. She walked through the neighborhood with her head held high and her tail swishing with confidence. Other people and cats would still stop to admire her, but now, when they said, "Oh, look at her lovely spots," Luna would purr with pride instead of shame. She understood now. Being different wasn't something to be afraid of or embarrassed by. It was the very essence of what made her special, what made her shine. Luna, the little kitten who once hated her fur, had learned the most valuable lesson of all. She had learned to love herself, spots and all, because she finally understood that our differences are not our weaknesses. They are our strengths, our beauty, our very own stars that make us glitter in the vast sky of the world. And just like the night sky needs its stars to be truly magnificent, the world needed her exactly as she was. Thank you so much for watching this story about little Luna. We hope it reminds you that the things that make you different are the things that make you beautiful. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories. See you next time.